Good morning, YouTube. I'm Hunter460, and today we're going to install Lamin-x over the high beam lights for protection instead of using a thin tint. So I have all the materials I need. I've previously pre-cleaned my headlights, so we can go ahead and get started. All right, so I couldn't find my small scissors, so I grabbed my shears that I used to cut the grill mesh. It's just as sharp. Got my Lamin-x blade for cutting around here. The reason why I'm using this large piece for the actual headlight cover over this piece is, one, the piece from Lamin-x is definitely not going to fill out the whole section that I'm looking for. So that's why we're here with this particular piece. So we're gonna go ahead and just measure this out. Just freehand. Remember, you only want to cover the surface. So I feel like this is enough. So where I feel like all edges have been pushed down. So I'll just give it a little bit of room and just cut it here. I probably don't have to cut it now. This might be overkill, but I don't like to work with a ton of vinyl when trying to wrap this stuff, because it's much more difficult to work with such a large piece. All right, disclaimer. I watched a video on YouTube before I started doing this YouTube video. All right, so the guy says start from the middle and then lay it out. So let's try that out. We'll find the approximate middle, which should be about right on the top. And let's see where it falls. And you're gonna pull this up a few times to ensure you get all the air bubbles out. So that's something to just be prepared for, that you're gonna pull this lens up multiple times before it's so to speak perfect. I watched them do this and I gotta know it, how many times they had to pull it up. So what I did was carefully watched and listened, and one thing that helped the guy out was he used the heat gun, but I feel like that's a little unnecessary. Woo! This is a lot of moving around. All right. Okay. All right. This is what I'm doing, is trying to pull and use the tension on here and not have it pulled down too tight, but to ensure that the surface doesn't have bubbles, because I don't want the light to not fully go through. There we go. So finish this off. pushing this end down. All right. It looks as if we might be good to go for this first part. Now I cut off all the excess pieces. Once I get this all laid down, I watched the hint and it said go at an angle when trying to get air bubbles out, and that is one of those methods where you're going left and right, 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 left, right, left, and right. Voila. See, we're here. That's down. Go on this side. We'll try to do the same thing. Okay, so we need to go at this angle here because it's got an air bubble over here that I'm gonna work hard at trying to get out. All right. Here we go. This is good. I think this is one of those spots where I really need to use my hand. Okay, I think this is one of those pressure release points. Yep, sure was. Bring that on down in here. So let me give you why I do a lot of DIY things. I do a lot of DIY because I'm tired of being overcharged for things, and I'm tired of not knowing if someone is BSing me or not when it comes to, you know, getting things taken care of for my car. One thing I know is nobody cares about your car more than you do. So when you drop her off or him wherever, you know, you're basically like a daycare, so to speak. You know, how are they taking care of the kids? And I've had my car taken to a couple of places, and again, I quickly learned that some of these shops, they don't do a good job, or they do a good job but the customer service is crap. So to avoid that, I just try to do it myself, or if I'm gonna go to a business deal, i.e. a shop to get some work done, it's bad, but I go in it with the understanding that whatever time they say, add 2 to 3 days on top of that, because that seems to be the norm for what people do here in Texas, Houston, to be specific. I'm not gonna call out any shop names because I think that's bad for business. Not on my social media platform, because I don't want to do that. But I do believe in second chances sometimes. But my issue with the particular place I was dealing with was that we spoke about getting the headlights wrapped with this black and putting this yellow on. And I came to show up to pick my headlights up, which they were late by 3 days. I was promised one thing. The yellow tint, of course, as you can see, was not on. In addition, we had already talked about doing a full wrap on the car and getting some brake work done and the wheels and wrapping a whole lot of other things on the vehicle. So basically it's gonna be a larger project in the long run. But if they can't handle my headlights, why would I trust them with the whole wrap of my car? That makes no sense. So that's where I am as far as this headlight wrap situation. Here we go. This last little corner that we need to get down pat. Okay. All right, so that looks good to me. As far as having the tint installed, I don't have any air bubbles on the lens. I think that's gonna look pretty good. Now, I'm gonna go over it one more time with the felt end of the whatever this device is called. And just rub down any last perfections that are in there, that are on the surface. Here we go. Gotta get these areas. Okay. All right, so I think I'm gonna try to cut as deep as possible down here and leave a little bit more space around this area so I can finish off the bottom ends. By doing this wrong, I apologize if anybody is sitting back going, don't do that this way, don't do it that way. You know, you're gonna mess this up. My bad. My bad. Uh-oh. Runaway chair. I forgot where, okay, I was over here. Or was I over here? No, I can't remember. So we'll just go in here. Okay. And that out there. What I'm doing is trimming off these edges over this piece to ensure that it just stays down. imaginary line. Hopefully this doesn't look like crap. Okay, not bad. Left, right, left, a little bit of left, a little bit of right. Left, right, a little bit of left, right. I feel like that can be pushed down, just like this piece. I won't be installing the headlights for a while. It may take maybe a couple of weeks, I think. I'm debating because I have to create the grill, make the grill, drop the bumper, put it on, and to do that or participate in those activities, I gotta be in the mood. Dropping the bumper is relatively easy. It's just time consuming, and thinking about the task is kind of daunting, but it's really not. Especially since I have most of the fasteners removed from under the hood. So that helps a ton when trying to drop your bumper. I don't know why that sounds so funny. Drop your bumper. All right. We are about ready to call this a wrap. And is this piece gonna be showing? I feel like in here, this needs to go. Okay. Here we go. I'm trying to cut off these small ends. Okay. There we go. Pressure points. Those are very important. I'm trying to wrap this vinyl. I'm over on this side, trying to take care of this section here. I don't know if you guys can see, but we're just running into some issues trying to push this particular piece in and stay flush and flat. And we're complete. I would say that's pretty good. To have the whole headlight covered in yellow. So I don't like the dull yellow from my bulbs, and the LEDs that go in here from the factory, I have some yellow ones because I don't like the yellow from the factory, yellow of the bulb. So hopefully this shines through and brings some more color to the front. Keep it looking like I want it. I feel like that's an air bubble. Is that an air bubble? No, it's not an air bubble. Yes, it is. That little bubble is gonna bother the hell out of me. Woo! There we go. It's gone. We needed that. I'm using this tape to pull this up. See this, the way this comes down? It just needs to flatten out like such. All right, so I don't think I need to hit this with the heat gun, so I'm not. I feel like that might be overkill. I just realized this monitor, well, the screen shakes. So let me pull this off the table. I'm over here working on this corner here, even though it's flush on top. Here seems like it'd be a problem area. In this spot here, I don't know if that's coming up on camera. Feel like that'll be a little visible on the car. I don't know. I know this part of the grill will cover up a portion of this. The bumper, excuse me. Should cover over this part, but we're gonna pull all right. See if we can get that out of there. Yes, we did. All right. Yes. This is last few things to push all these air pockets out on the ends. And ensure that everything that's down is actually down. Okay, well, I'll do the other one, but I won't be recording a video for it because I feel like this is good enough. And if you guys don't know how at this point, feel free to leave me a comment or a question in the comment section. I'll definitely get back to you guys. Thank you.